Grace Lopez, another kill for her.
Lopez from the back row, ends it, and it's down for Miami. Nice swing, great kill. Grace Lopez again for Miami.
Lopez, big swing there.
It was a little bit difficult for me and my parents because we thought a college wouldn't want me because of my ACL, my injury.
If I was going to describe Grace, ironically, it would be graceful.
Hi, my name is Grace Lopez. I play as a right side at the volleyball team of University of Miami, and I'm a freshman. It was my mom that introduced me to volleyball. She started practicing me at the age 5, 6 years old. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I didn't want to practice, and my mom was like, no, you need to practice today, you need to do your exercises today. Without that motivation, I think I wouldn't be here.
I see her relationship with her mom and her mom's commitment and dedication to her kids. The mom did it.
It meant a lot to me, seeing my mom watching me play on this type of level. She was really happy to be here to look at me practice and play. She gets really excited. The atmosphere, everyone was cheering for us, and she loved everything here. The recruiting process was a little bit difficult. I tore my ACL, and that year was the year I was supposed to be recruited. It was not easy at all to accept that I tore my ACL. At first we went to 3 different doctors, and the 3 of them told me the same thing, I need a surgery. My mom was the one that was the most sad about it. I was sad too, but I just accepted it that I needed to go through that. As I said, a lot of discipline every day, going to the gym, going to recovery. It's all about consistency. We follow every step of the doctor. After 8 months, I just came back to play volleyball.
At the end of the recovery, the way she recovered, the level she was playing at after that injury was amazing. And then as I started reaching out to people around her, and I learned the process that went through it, the sacrifices her family made to find the opportunities to train and rehab, and it is amazing. And for somebody that loves the game that much, to be away from the game for that long, it's kind of what I admire the most.
Grace ataca, hizo un cráter en la 5. Durísimo el remate de Grace, llega el 13.
After all the clubs and all of that, I got in the national team for the first time. I really love playing for the national team. It's an honor to play with them. Really special, for my mom, for my dad, for my brothers. We were stressed about it, that I was not gonna get into a good volleyball program. One day I just decided to email University of Miami, and the coach Keno responded to me, and he said he was interested in me, and then he started looking at some of my games, and one day he decided to watch me in person with the national team.
So the first time I saw Grace, I was down in Puerto Rico going to watch her teammate Yaidalis Rosado. So I walk into the gym and to watch Yai play, and there's this kid playing on her team. Recollection is this skinny kid who, even though could jump and had a good arm, just her engagement, you would think of a young kid playing with older players, engaged, paying attention, trying to survive, and she did it really well. So she caught my eye while I was recruiting another player, and that was the first time I saw Grace.
And then he still kept watching my games with my club team. After that, I visited University of Miami. I love the campus. I love everything here.
In fact, when she was here on a visit, I was able to show her the ticket that I still had on my desk from that match, and so it was kind of a good way to connect with her on that day. But she remembered me, and I remember her, and so that was the first day I saw her, and obviously the evaluation was positive, and the rest is history.
Miami is like a really good program at volleyball, at academics, and it impressed me like a lot that they were interested, and that's when I decided to like say yes here, and like it was so sentimental like for me and my mom, because like it was a really like hard journey for us, but we're so glad like I'm here, and like I'm happy with like the coaches, the girls, with everything here.
And then she comes here, maybe the biggest stage she's been in, with some expectations, and she just becomes this kid who wants to learn and is super engaged in practice and learns daily and is comfortable with failure and all these things that you want as a coach, because it's what promotes growth. And so even though I thought I knew her coming in and I really liked her, you know, the more I get to know her, I just like her even more. You know, she's somebody that I look forward to work with every day.
The first practices, like they were not that good for me because like the tempo, like everything was different. But little by little, I started to like getting adapted to them, adapted to the setter. At first, I was supposed to be like a red shirt, but I talked to the coaches and all of that, and I decided that I wanted to take off the red shirt and like fight for like the position.
Grace came in a little late to training camp from the World Championships, and with a little bit to catch up, and after a few days could tell that she wanted to bring up this conversation about redshirting, which I always talk to the athlete as much as I think I know the answer. But the way she responded was, it's not that I want to play this year. She said, I want to compete for that position. And so I realized that it wasn't just about playing, it was about the competition, you know. And sure enough, she just went after it, and with patience and composure, and she earned the spot.
Against the game of Wisconsin, he like decided to like give me an opportunity to play. And I think I did a really good job against Wisconsin, that by the moment they were number 2 on the nation. Since there I started playing a little bit more on court, and I started to do really like good.
That beat that makes you go, what?
Lopez again. Great kill, Grace Lopez again for Miami.
She has a great ability to get to the ball and score with great range, and she's doing it with a high level of consistency. In a conference that was, where they didn't know much about her at first, but then eventually she became a focus point for the opponent. And on a year where it was important to have that consistency, you know, we had a few new parts, and for her to be that consistent that early was a huge factor for our success.
It was like amazing for me. It meant a lot for me. You know, since little I've been seeing like all of those things, and I was wondering if I could like achieve to that. And you know, last semester I did, like, that's because of hard work, like a lot of discipline. It was something like really big for me.
Those records are behind her, and she is not influenced by them. She's very proud of it. Just watching her train, she's already improved in other areas where she needed to improve. She's not afraid of attacking those areas.
And I'm like honored to work with him. He has helped me like a lot.
I would want every player at Miami to, you know, in a way have a sense of responsibility to leave the place in a better place. And so part of that is her performance and leaving her name on the record book. So I think she should be very proud of that, and hopefully she rewrites those records, you know, selfishly speaking. But I think for the most part, she enjoyed it, she's proud of it, and she's ready to move on to 2024. And she's already done so based on what I see in the gym. You know, it's just graceful, like just the way she moves. You know, she's an attacker, she has incredible power. So if I was gonna describe Grace, ironically, it would be graceful.
You know, since little, like I've been doing this, and now I'm in this type of like scenery, which that's something like big for like any athlete. And I'm really like proud of myself, like proud of my parents.